It's 2019's first overall pick, Kyler Murray, taking on this year's first overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. It's the Cardinals and Jags, and they square off next.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive. And at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
7 yards to pick up there. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Lawrence, a slant to Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a 1st down and then some. And some room to work. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Le'Veon Bell, a standout running back in this league for so long, and now even with the age getting up there, he's still a threat to break off a big run.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And the reception made by Green. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a first down wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati, was their second all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Etienne to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. The grab over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap, and again to ETN. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Lawrence. The open man is short. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3rd down gain of 19.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this off to ETN. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019. Saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycle through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Robinson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Here's Lawrence. Looking in. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. They run with Ezigbo. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Murray now. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go, boys.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went. No adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On 2nd down now. It's Robinson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Murray. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 31, Murray. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
2020 wasn't the year that Chandler Jones would normally have because of a biceps injury. Only 1 sack in the 5 games played, but he had 17 sacks in 2017, 19 in 2019. Let's play some numerology here. Can he have 21 in 2021?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, he was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another 1st down there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
And with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Murray. And he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. A screen to Bell. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins. Murray to air it out again. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Dwayne Smoot. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. That's complete. It's Bell. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now Murray. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, Robinson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Prater's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Let's go.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Murray. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Pushback.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Fights loose. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. That caught by Manhertz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chandler Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Murray going to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Green once again the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Finding Green complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you expect it to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained
like
to
that.
look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 75 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a lot on 1st down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Burton. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. But to throw again is Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To throw is Murray. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Caleb Chase. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The give is to Bell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, but it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a 2nd-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 2nd and 2, Murray. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Murray now. And caught right side, Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run the option on 2nd down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Murray a give. This is Connor. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium, and the Falcons have added to their lead. A win would be their first of the young season. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 5, 1:39 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. Back to throw. Complete to Chenault. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
On second down, it's Bell. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Murray, he's used to moving fast in Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Let's go, baby.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Cardinals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.